Okay, what can we say about this? Absolutely splendid. Don't see many of these. It's a Land Rover Series 1, 88-inch. One of the last ones is 1957. 88-inch soft top petrol. One of the XSF series, and these are quite well known in Series 1 circles because they're all the ones that were sold as new to civil defence and basically put into storage for years afterwards, and they've all got the SXF prefix on the number plate. And there's actually an owners club specifically for them, or an owners register for them, so they are quite unusual. And this is SXF 800 obviously, but yeah, it would have originally been sold to civil defence and then put into storage for many years, which does help to account for the number of these that actually survive. But this one's finished in bronze green, and most of the paintwork, if not all of it, looks to be pretty original actually. It's got a very new Exmoor trim hood on it, which is nice to have. It's also got a bikini top, which is in the back here and all folded up, which in the summer you can just put that over the front of it. It's also got rear seats in it that are trimmed the same as the front ones. It's quite a nice feature, twin rear seats. That does actually make it, what, a 7-seater effectively. Still got even things like its original number plates on it and stuff. It's just lovely. I love driving this. It's I've got a 50th anniversary in stock at the minute, and quite honestly I prefer driving this around just locally. It gets much more looks. Anyway, let's see what we can tell you about it. Just oozes patina and oozes originality. As I say, if this paint isn't original, it's very old, put it that way, because it's you know, it's scuffed and chipped and stuff like that, and a few sort of odd shades here and there, but it looks, you know, say lots of lovely patina to it. Lovely around the front end, but don't expect brand new. All the dumb irons all look pretty good on both sides there. It looks all nice. Bonnet looks fine. It's also got a mount for the spare on the top of the bonnet as well, if needs be. Looking down the near side, it all looks pretty correct and straight down there, not badly dented or anything. There's a tiny little dink in the front of the near side front wing there. All the bulkhead, I'm not an expert on Series 1s, I have to say, but to me that bulkhead looks original and got at, or certainly the original type. It's got the right flaps in and stuff like that. All looks good on the A-post and stuff there. I'm sure there's some people out there that know far more about Series 1s than I ever will in the month of Sundays. I'll let my phone ring actually. Down the near side it all looks pretty good and straight. The only thing I will say, the paint on the bottom of the passenger door looks a slightly different shade of bronze green. I know that from the factory quite often they were different colours because the panels were painted differently, but it may have had paint on there, I don't know, but it is a very it's not quite as shiny as the rest of it, shall we say, on the base of the near side door, the whole panel there. But anyway, inside here, nice proper Series 1 interior, even comes with a fair bit of straw, which we'll try and give it a vacuum out, but it's not what you buy one of these for, in fairness. But the tilt's obviously superb. Seats are all original in good shape, apart from the base of the middle seat, which looks like it's come out of a later 90 or 110 or something. That's obviously been replaced, but these other ones are all as they should be. There's a couple of nicks and tears in the seat bases. There's one there on the passenger seat, and the seam on the edge of the driver's seat is coming apart a bit. But the dash is all nice and correct. It has got a Swiss heater mounted on there, but it doesn't seem to be connected, so that obviously isn't working. But all the doors are all nice, all shut well. Looking on the back of it here, it all looks very good and nice under there. Around the tail end, Crossmember has had some plating. I think that was done for, if not the last MOT, the one before, but it's been professionally done and it's all looks nice and strong and correct. In the back here, ignore my bag, that doesn't come with it, but you've got your jack there and everything, the spare wheels mounted up there, bench seats and everything, all good. Obviously the back does roll down, we've just got it up so we can show inside, and the rear window's all in good shape as well. Looking down the offside, splendid again, just as I say, oozes a bit of patina. It's lost a bit of paint here and there, and it's you know, it is what, 1957, so it's what, 54 years old, this one now. But just great. A-post on the driver's side, pretty good up there. Probably had a bit of work up there at some point, and it's certainly had a bit of work down on the base of it, because the there's a very slight colour imbalance just on the very base of the A-post there. Let's look inside on the driver's side. Obviously had a plate in the kick plate on the driver's side there, but you'd expect that. Floors are all good, although perhaps that floor could do with some bolts to fasten it down. But yeah, the seam on the edge of the driver's seat cushion has come away. but the driver's seat's all good. The only thing I can point out, I wouldn't call it a criticism as such, and I don't know if they're supposed to have it or not, but shows my ignorance of these. The sliding part of the windows on both doors, that's not glass, that's Perspex, an old Perspex by the look of it. It's a bit sort of, you know, scratched and stuff, but it has got the sort of right looking knobs and things on it, so it may well have supposed to be like that. I don't know. I'll show my ignorance on Series 1s, I'm afraid. Don't very often see these, but that all latches up properly and everything. Yeah. So yes, they're both Perspex on both sides, but not an issue. That's about it really. My name's Simon. You can reach me on 0771 906 9353 or in the office on 0118 946 3352, or you can go to our website, which is www.motodrome.co.uk. We take part exchanges. We can take Visa and MasterCard credit cards and debit cards with a 2% surcharge for credit cards, and we can ship it anywhere you like in the world, obviously at a cost. That's about it. End.